What's shaking, Internet? This is Salt bringing you another League of Legends commentary. Alright, as I'm loading up this game, I really do want to first say thank you to everyone because I've gotten a lot more subscribers and views now, and I have to say that I appreciate every single one of you. I really appreciate that you guys are coming out in droves here. While it's up here, hopefully it's still up. I am playing as Poppy, the Iron Ambassador, I believe is what she's called. I don't have it up in front of me, but she's something ambassador, whatever. I'll talk about it a little bit more later. But yeah, I definitely wanted to say thank you to everybody who's been supportive, because I've gotten a lot of good best wishes and stuff like that, and I've really gotten a lot more subscribers now. And I'd like to thank the Greenwood 3, which I believe is 3 people named Autek. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Autek, Meat Mash, and oh, who's that last guy? Dirty Joe. Sorry, Dirty Joe. Don't mean to leave you out there. But those 3 guys are actually have a YouTube channel called Greenwood 3, and they also have a very nice podcast, and I really suggest you go check it out. It's called Minions Have Spawned. It's a really nice LoL podcast that comes out weekly, and they're doing good stuff. I really like that podcast, and you know. But they gave me a shout out, and I'd like to think that hopefully that bumped up my subscriber base. But either way, you know, thanks you guys. Thanks to everybody who's commented, and thank you to people who have subscribed. Definitely. Hopefully we can keep the channel going. What I'd like to do now is go ahead and start into the game. I'm playing as Poppy, the Iron Ambassador, like I said. She is kind of tanky. She's a tanky DPS. I'd like to call her an off-tank. She definitely specs more, I believe she specs more into AP. She can be built as a AD off-tank, or just even a straight tank if you really want. But I build her as an AP off-tank. With me are Lux. She's a support. I briefly cover the rest of the team. Yi is a DPS. I believe he goes attack damage. Pantheon, and oh, I totally forgot about this. These 4 people that I'm with are all a pre-made. So, Philian Phoenix, Wolololol, Sarmhan, and Thork the Tall. Gotta say, you guys are awesome. This is a solo queue, and I'm around level 14, 13 here. So I really want to say thank you guys. You guys really made an enjoyable evening. I played this game with them, and I followed up with another game afterwards. Glad Ramus came back here. Definitely glad. Before I get started, I have to say this Master Yi and Blitzcrank on the enemy team is, oh my gosh, I hate them. I hate them so much, because they talk this whole game, and they're just so annoying. Oh my god, I remember that. They just go crazy here. Either way, I'm landing down here with Master Yi. Master Yi, Phalian Phoenix. Phelan Phoenix? Why not? I'll just go with whatever. Ramus here is in the jungle. The Pantheon says he didn't even mean to pick Pantheon, but these guys are all, I have to say, these guys are all pretty high level. They're pretty, they're definitely all decent, if not more than decent, so, I am saying that this is a Smurf account because this is my account just for commentaries, but actually I've been playing this account way more than my main account. In fact, I hadn't even played my main account since I started this account up, really. So either way, I gotta love me some Poppy. Let's start with Poppy. Explaining, start with a passive ability with Poppy, and oh my gosh, I did not buy any items. I think I go back and get that. Hopefully I'll get that fixed. I was kind of worried because they were saying they were, yeah, here I go back. They were saying they were pre-made, and I was like, oh, I gotta not be a total noob, because then it's all my fault. So either way, starting with Poppy. Poppy's passive is Valiant Fighter, and any attack that deals damage to Poppy that exceeds 10% of her current health is reduced by 50%. The key word there is current health. If any damage deals more, or if you get dealt more than 10% of your health, let's say you have 100 hit points at the moment. If you get dealt 20 damage, it's reduced by 50%, period. If you get dealt anything more than 10% of your health, and that just is so awesome. as Poppy. Like, you can do so many amazing things as Poppy with that. And she really builds us into a nice tank. I build her as an off tank here. I think she's better suited as an off tank, especially if you have a main tank like Rammus. There's no reason there. So, let's see. Going back into the next abilities, Devastating Blow is basically a damage dealing ability that does a flat percentage of the target's health. So if you turn it on, the next attack that you do, yeah, I believe it's the next attack you do. So the next attack you do is a Devastating Blow and does a flat percentage of their health and an extra bonus amount of damage depending on the level, the rank of it. Next is Paragon of Demacia. It has a passive which basically increases your attack damage and your armor. So every time you hit, you gain a stack, and it stacks up to 10 times. So you, as Poppy, you want to always be constant. Once you get Paragon of Demacia, you want to always be hitting. Like, you just want to keep hitting constantly all the time. Always nice. So that was kind of dumb. I guess oh, boom. It actually, I didn't think that would work, but I actually drug him into tower range with my third ability, Heroic Charge. So let's talk about that. Heroic Charge is probably the key starting move with Poppy. You want to do Heroic Charge because you actually, once you do a Heroic Charge on someone, you charge into them, you hit them, and then you carry them further. You deal quite a bit of damage, and you deal extra damage if they collide with terrain, aka walls or turrets, any kind of solid terrain that you can't normally walk through. If you Heroic Charge them into that terrain, they deal extra damage and they get stunned. So you always want to be able to Heroic Charge into a wall or into a turret. Normally I don't talk about summoner spells, but I'd like to say that Flash is very important with Poppy. I think that it's very important because you can kind of flash in there, Heroic Charge them into a wall, and they have no idea what just happened, and they're stunned, and it's awesome. I love doing it. So either way, so those are the three main abilities. They got the Devastating Blow, nice attack damage, Paragon of Demacia, it's got the passive, oh, and you can activate it to immediately gain 10 stacks of the Paragon of Demacia, and then you also get a bonus movement speed, so it's like a mini Flash, or mini Ghost, excuse me. Moving on to her ultimate. Poppy's ultimate is awesome. Poppy's ultimate, you mark a champion, and once that champion's marked, no other champion or no other thing in the entire game can damage you. So if I mark Tryndamere here, these minions couldn't damage me, another champion couldn't damage me, the turrets couldn't damage me, Baron Nashor couldn't damage me. I'm just totally immune to any damage except for the champion that you marked. So if I mark Tryndamere, then I can see. I tried to flash and hit him into the wall there, which we could have killed him very easily because he's only level 2. But so diplomatic immunity, you mark a champion, and that champion that you marked can do damage to you. So that's never good. But however, oh, I'm getting a little overextended there. But way to go, Yi. Way to take him out there. That was nice. But so this ability can be used a couple different ways. What I like to do, oh, and also you deal extra damage to them. So let's see, the best way to use this ability is to mark a squishy. Like, let's say they have a caster. What you want to do is you want to mark that caster, and you deal extra damage to that caster, and you focus that caster down. Everybody else is immune, or you're immune to everybody else's damage. So that's just an awesome way to do it. Boom! I hit him into the wall there. A Devastating Blow. He's going to stick around for probably way too long. He takes too much damage, whatever. But yeah, so you can do it a couple different ways. What you also could do is you can mark their weakest champion. So, like, let's say there's a support, like a Soraka. She can't do much damage to you, so you can mark her, and you can wail on the other team. You're losing the bonus damage that you could be dealing to a Soraka. However, you are completely immune to all their other DPS. So what you really could do there is kill Soraka, or you could mark Soraka, and then you can kill their entire team. Like, because Poppy can do so much damage if you know how to play it right. Devastating Blow does a percentage of the enemy's health, so you can do some amazing damage with Devastating Blow. And oh, I wish I had another ability to stop you, Yi. So I'm exhausted. Ooh, I'm probably dead here. That sucked. I got greedy and I wanted to kill Yi. So yeah, Diplomatic Immunity is a very important skill that you really should learn to utilize very well. You can only mark enemy champions. Obviously, you can't mark minions or anything like that. That would be kind of broken, I think. But so you can mark an enemy champion and be totally immune to everything from that. And in fact, actually, later in the game, since they have a Vireguard, I mark, like, let's say I mark Blitzcrank. So I mark Blitzcrank, and Vireguard has a really terrible stun, but later in this game he drops that stun down, and I mark Blitzcrank, and the stun does not stun me, because I'm immune to not only the damage that Vireguard does, but also his abilities and his stuns and everything. Like, you cannot be done any negative effects, except for that one person there, that you marked. So you can use it. It's a very versatile skill that you can do a lot of stuff with. Oh, here. So I'm just hiding in the bushes, hoping that they'll extend a little bit, and then I can knock them into a wall. But we'll see what happens actually. So just looking at the score here, we're actually down 1 kill, and it's pretty even as far as everything else goes, turrets and everything else like that. I will say that I don't start super great in this game, but I eventually believe that I get pretty far into it. It's like, oh, I wish I could have knocked him into the wall. We would have been able to kill him, no problem. Because he's just going to pull out his ulti. Oh, he doesn't have his ulti. Dead. Oh, come on. Charge him. Never mind. Oh, Pantheon. See, I actually turned around here because I thought Pantheon was gonna charge in, but he canceled. So I was like, what did you do? If you saw that big green ring, that was Pantheon ulting. He appears in the center of that big green ring, and he charges somebody. But he decided that it wasn't worth it. He decided he was gonna kill him. So I'm just gonna defend the turret here. I'm a little underleveled, since you saw the Yi was level 7. Our Yi is also level 7, and I'm only level 6 now. I just hit level 6. But with this minion wave, I should be getting back into it. So yeah, that Paragon of Demacia, like, I actually love playing it. Like, Poppy is such a fun champion, to be perfectly honest, because she can do so much damage, and she plays as a tank. It's just, I don't know. I have a lot of fun playing her. She can do really well, and she can do really poorly. Like, if you aren't on par with them, like some tanks, like Rammus, it's actually almost good to be lower level, because they see you're low level, they focus you, and, you know, I mean, obviously higher level is better, but if you're the lowest level champion on your team, you're doing okay. I'd say you're okay there. But as far as Poppy goes, you do not want to be lower level, because you can easily get, like, you can just get torn up if you're a lower level. Like, you don't have, I will say, one of Poppy's main weaknesses that I've found is that she has no healing ability. She has no way to get her health back. So, and she has no really way to shield herself. Like, other than the Diplomatic Immunity, she has no damage reduction abilities. I guess you could use Paragon of Demacia and you can get extra armor, but I don't think that really works.